I am Ramya Kanthi, Comptroller General. This is the fourth video recording of our awareness video recording series. We provide to facilitate the public sector institutions to implement NFAMS. This video recording explains you on NFAMS Data Verification Officer's first role. I believe that you all are now well aware of the NFAMS. That is the web-based non-financial assets management system implemented by the Assets Management Circular number 6 of 2023 issued by the Secretary of the Treasury. From our previous awareness video recordings, we clearly explain you on the importance of NFAMS and how you can create accounts to register the two users required to function in NFAMS. That is, registering the data verification officer and the data entry officer in NFAMS. From this video recording, I will discuss on the first function the data verification officer should perform. That is, data verification officer's first role in NFAMS. So, as you are familiar now, you type here the web address systems.treasury.gov.lk. Then you can see this interface. This is the Ministry of Finance digital space. This is the tab to enter the NFAMS. When you click the visit button here, you can log into the NFAMS. Now you can see the register button and the login button in this interface. The data verification officer has already created his own account. So, he should click the login button and enter the identity card number and the password as you can see now and log into the NFAMS. Now, data verification officer can see his profile here. When you click the profile tab here, you can see your information. You should check whether your personal information and your institution information are correct. If your personal information, except identity card number, has to be corrected, you can do that by yourself clicking the edit profile button here. But if your identity card number or institution information have to be corrected, you can do it by informing to the Comptroller General's office. Now, first, in the navigation panel, you can see in the left side, you should click this Institutional Details tab. Then you can see this interface. Here also, data verification officer can see the institution details. After that, you can see here these tabs related to 6 types of non-financial assets of which we have requested information from you. That is, vehicles, buildings, lands, structures, plant, machinery and equipment, and also furniture and office equipment. But at present, we have implemented only the vehicle module. So, click the button vehicle. Then you can see this interface, and under the position of vehicles, here you can see this question, whether the institution has vehicles, and these two options, yes or no. That is, the data verification officer has to provide the information first to the system on whether there are vehicles under the institution or no. If there are vehicles under the institution, then click yes here and click save. Otherwise, if there are no vehicles under the institution, then click no here and click save. If you click no and save, then a nil report is automatically generated. And in this situation, data entry officer of that institution cannot log into the system because there is no function to be performed by the data entry officer of that institution. If you click yes and save, stating that your institution has vehicles, then the data entry officer has to log into the system through his user account and enter the vehicle information to the NFAMS. We discuss in our user manual also how you can identify whether the institution has vehicles or does not have vehicles. Especially, please note that there are vehicles under the institution does not mean that the respective institution should have the ownership of the vehicles and vehicles are in running condition. That is, if there are vehicles under the institution without considering the ownership of the vehicles, or vehicles are in running condition or not in running condition, or leased vehicles or rented vehicles, and even if there are vehicles temporarily taken from another institution, the data verification officer should click yes here and save. Then, as I further explain later in this recording, the data entry officer has to log into the system and enter the information of those available vehicles to the system. That is, each institution has to enter the information of all the vehicles available under that institution to the NFAMS. If a particular institution has given a vehicle to another institution, that respective institution has to enter the information of that vehicle to the NFAMS. Also, especially if an institution has vehicles not in running condition and to be disposed, and think that such vehicles are not required to be recorded in this system, that is wrong. And information of such vehicles has to be entered to the system. We will discuss in future the importance of entering the information of such vehicles to the NFAMS. Accordingly, it is a necessary requirement that the data verification officer has to complete his first role, performing the two tasks I explained now, and allow the data entry officer to enter the information of vehicles available in the respective institution to NFAMS. First task: if there are vehicles under the institution, the data verification officer has to click yes and save. Then he can see this message, "Are you sure?" Then he can select yes, I confirm this. Then you will get this message, saved successfully. When the data verification officer completed this part, if there are no vehicles given to other institution, the data entry officer of that institution can log into the NFAMS through his user account and enter information of vehicles available under the institution. Second task: to complete the first role of the data verification officer, he has to perform this task also. That is, if that institution has given vehicles owned by that institution to other institutions, temporary or permanently, but still has not transferred the registered ownership through the Department of Motor Traffic, the data verification officer of that institution has to enter the information of such vehicles to the NFAMS. We again stress here that the respective public sector institution that have the vehicle physically should record information of that vehicle in NFAMS. That is, if an institution uses a vehicle owned by another institution, not the institution owned that vehicle, but the institution used that vehicle should record that vehicle in NFAMS. So, in such situations, the institution which used that vehicle should record that vehicle in NFAMS. But the data verification of the institution which owned that vehicle should perform this task. Now I explain. In this part here, registration numbers of the vehicles owned by the institution and given to other institution. You can see here registration numbers, and as I mentioned before, the registration numbers of the owned vehicles that have been given to other institutions, if there is any, should be mentioned here. And in the remarks part here, the name of the institution that the vehicle has been given should be mentioned like this. And click Save here. Again, you will see this message, are you sure? Then you click the button, yes, I confirm this. Then the data verification officer can see the information of such vehicles mentioned in this part, as you can see now. Vehicle numbers and the name of the institution you have given these vehicles is recorded in NFAMS like this. In such a situation, the data entry officer of that institution cannot enter such vehicle registration numbers to the system. Then, if there is an instance that you do not know the name of the institution that you have given the vehicles owned by your institution, then you can mention the registration number here and mention in this place unknown. Remark and save. We have given this facility because in some instances, some institutions may have given vehicles to other institutions many years before, but the respective records cannot find now. But since all the institutions record vehicles under each institution in NFAMS, Comptroller General's office can trace the institution where that vehicle is available at present. So, in order to ensure that, NFAMS provide this facility. Then, again, the data verification officer can see the list of vehicles he entered to the NFAMS. So, the data entry officer of that institution should not enter the information of these vehicles mentioned in this part to the system when entering the information of vehicles available under that institution. When the data verification officer completed these two tasks, the data verification officer's first role is completed. After that, the data entry officer gets the opportunity to log into the NFAMS and enter the information of vehicles available under that institution, as we explained in our next video recording. So, we issue these video recordings to facilitate you to easily function in NFAMS. That is the Management Information System implemented issuing the Access Management Circular number 6 of 2023. We expect that you all are facilitated and you all get the required understanding and awareness to easily function in NFAMS. With that expectation, we are managing this YouTube channel to facilitate you. Then, we kindly request from you all, please subscribe to the CGO Sri Lanka-NFAMS YouTube channel and click the bell icon and get the facility to easily access to other awareness video recordings we issue step by step. We will see you from our next NFAMS awareness video recordings. Thank you.